Welcome, gentlemen. A strong mind does not seek comfort. It seeks truth, growth, and resilience, for mental toughness is not something you're born with, but something you build, and Sigma males construct it brick by brick, experience after experience, setback after setback, until nothing can shake them. While most people seek approval, security, or an easy path, Sigma males embrace discomfort. They don't expect life to be fair nor waste time complaining when it isn't, but rather adapt, think strategically, and push forward regardless of circumstances, because what sets them apart isn't just their endurance, but their mindset, as they don't need the world to understand them. Don't rely on praise to feel worthy. Don't crumble under pressure or let fear dictate their actions. Instead, training themselves to be self-sufficient, emotionally unshakable, and mentally indestructible, which isn't arrogance, but discipline. It's a relentless pursuit of strength, not just in the body, but in the mind. And if you recognize yourself in these traits, if you refuse to be controlled, if you think for yourself, if you face life head-on rather than run from it, then understand this. You're not like the rest. You're a Sigma, and that means your power lies within, not in others' opinions, not in external validation, and certainly not in excuses. So keep building, keep growing, keep proving to yourself that no matter what happens, you'll never break. And now, let's begin, gentlemen. Number 1, they accept that most don't understand them and don't care to be understood. Most people spend their lives trying to be seen, heard, and understood, desperately chasing validation, endlessly explaining themselves, and getting frustrated when the world doesn't recognize their worth. But Sigma males don't have this problem, having learned early that most judge based on what they think they see, not reality, as people assume, project, label, and rarely take time to understand what lies beneath the surface. And Sigma males don't fight this reality. They accept it, knowing that forcing someone to understand them is like shouting into the wind, pointless, exhausting, and ultimately a waste of energy. So instead of craving external validation, they validate themselves, needing no one's approval of their choices or applause of their mindset, since their confidence comes not from being accepted, but from knowing exactly who they are regardless of who's watching. And this ability immunizes them against traps that snare most people, wasting no time arguing with those who will never see beyond their biases, never watering themselves down to be more digestible, and certainly never performing for an audience that'll never appreciate their depth, which isn't arrogance, but clarity. For Sigma males understand most minds aren't built to grasp their complexity and have no interest in proving themselves to the wrong crowd, preferring to walk alone in full authenticity rather than be surrounded by those who only accept a diluted version of them. And here's the irony. By not seeking understanding, they become more mysterious, intriguing, and respected, because people sense when someone is truly self-contained. They intuit when a man needs no approval, and in a world desperate for attention, that quiet confidence is rare, unsettling, and impossible to ignore. Number 2, they build themselves from nothing, needing no handouts. Most people wait for the perfect opportunity, the right connections, or a lucky break, waiting to be noticed, supported, or handed an easy path to success. And when things don't go their way, they complain, blaming the system, their circumstances, or those who didn't give them a chance. But Sigma males lack this luxury because they rely on no one, and if the system's stacked against them, they don't whine, don't beg for a seat at another's table, but build their own from the ground up, brick by brick, failure after failure, carving their own path and refusing to let obstacles stop them. For if a door's locked, they don't waste time knocking. They find another way in or build a whole new entrance. And this mindset makes them unstoppable, because when you stop waiting for permission to succeed, you take full control of your destiny. As Sigma males know no one's coming to save them, so they save themselves. And here's the brutal truth. Self-made strength hits differently, for when you've earned everything through struggle, resilience, and sheer will, no one can take it from you. Since Sigma males don't just gain success, they own it, having fought for every inch, which is why they intimidate, because while others seek shortcuts, They put in real work, while others resent lacking handouts. They're too busy grinding to care. And while others break after failure, they use it as fuel to push harder, with Sigma males waiting for no permission, luck, or approval, expecting no favors or charity, building from nothing if needed, and by the time the world notices what they've done, their success is already undeniable. Number 3, they train their minds like warriors train their bodies. Most think mental toughness is innate or stumbled upon by chance, assuming resilience just appears when life throws enough obstacles. But Sigma males know better, leaving nothing to chance, training their minds as warriors train their bodies. For to them, the mind's a muscle that weakens if unchallenged, which is why they deliberately push into discomfort, not because they enjoy suffering, but because they know comfort is the enemy of growth, seeking mental, physical, and emotional challenges. Understanding adversity sharpens them, constantly questioning their thoughts. If they resist something, they ask why. If emotions flare, they analyze rather than be controlled, never letting their minds run on autopilot, knowing unchecked thoughts breed weakness, also practicing self-discipline in ways most never consider, not just forcing themselves to work hard, but training to stay calm under pressure, think clearly amid chaos, and adapt when plans fail, refusing to be mentally fragile, knowing even a moment's weakness can cost everything. And here's what sets them apart. They don't wait for life to test them. They test themselves, embracing struggle before the world imposes it. So when real challenges come, they're already prepared, never breaking when things get tough, having endured worse by choice. While most avoid discomfort and seek ease, Sigma males embrace the grind, needing resistance to stay sharp, for they know the truth. An unchallenged mind is an unprepared one, and when real battle comes, only those who train survive. Number 4, they don't get addicted to praise or crushed by criticism. Most oscillate between praise and criticism, lighting up when complimented, spiraling when insulted, craving approval, obsessing over others' opinions, and letting external validation dictate self-worth. But Sigma males don't play this game, moving through life on their own terms, unfazed by noise, as compliments don't inflate them, nor do insults break them, for they see both as mere opinions, not facts. So when praised, they don't let it feed their ego, never feeling superior just because someone admires them, knowing flattery is often empty, and today's admirers can become tomorrow's detractors, taking praise as simple feedback before moving on, and when criticized, they apply the same logic, never letting negativity shake them, knowing their worth isn't defined by others' words, using valid criticism to improve, and discarding noise without a second thought. Either way, it never touches their core, making Sigma males dangerously formidable in a world where most are emotionally dependent on external validation, needing no applause to feel worthy nor permission to proceed, their confidence built from within, not borrowed from others' opinions, which is why they remain unshaken even when the world tries to break them, never reacting emotionally, never seeking approval, never letting others define them. And while the rest chase validation like a drug, Sigma males walk their path with quiet, unshakable certainty, utterly free from needing to be liked or understood. Number 5, they never see themselves as victims, even when life's unfair. Most crumble when life doesn't go their way, complaining about unfairness, claiming they deserve better, or that others had it easier, seeking sympathy or someone to say it's not their fault. But Sigma males have no time for this, understanding a brutal truth most avoid. Life isn't fair and never will be, as some are born wealthy, others handed unearned opportunities, some cheat and still win, none of which matters. For Sigma males waste no seconds crying over the game's rules, focusing only on how to win despite them. So when obstacles arise, they don't ask why me, but how? How to overcome, adapt, and move forward, never taking rejection personally, but learning, adjusting, and advancing, expecting nothing from life, but taking what they want through strategy, discipline, and sheer will, And here's what sets them apart. This mindset makes them unstoppable, for while most wallow in self-pity and resentment, Sigma males always progress, never letting pain define them, never dwelling on what could have been, accepting reality as it is, then reshaping it to their advantage, not by suppressing emotions, but mastering them, wasting no energy on bitterness. No, it leads nowhere, using every setback as fuel, every betrayal to sharpen, every failure to strengthen, which is why they succeed where others don't. In a world full of people waiting for fairness, recognition, or easier times, Sigma males carve their own path. No excuses, no complaints, just relentless, unstoppable action. Number 6. They destroy illusions others cling to for comfort. Most live inside carefully crafted illusions, telling themselves they have more time than they do, believing success is luck-based, sugarcoating toxic relationships, pretending bad habits lack consequences, or clinging to dreams without acting. Illusions keeping them comfortable. But comfort is slow death, and Sigma males lack this luxury, never lying to themselves to ease life, stripping everything to raw, unfiltered truth no matter how harsh, confronting what doesn't work head-on, leaving, relationships that hold them back without excuse, fixing failures without blaming circumstances, and this mindset makes them outliers. Because let's face it, most don't want truth, preferring a bubble where reality softened, responsibility avoided, and magical improvement hoped for. But Sigma males see through this, knowing nothing changes without action, that excuses are elegant self-sabotage, and denial is mediocrity's fastest path, this clarity making them unsettling to others, for when they speak, they don't say what people want to hear, but what needs saying, which to those clinging to comforting lies feels like an attack. Those Sigma males aren't cruel. They simply refuse to participate in delusion, because while truth may be brutal, it's the only path to real power, and while others waste years trapped in wishful thinking, Sigma males move with precision, making hard choices, embracing discomfort, and building lives on reality, not illusions, which is why, while others wonder why things never worked out, Sigma males are 10 steps ahead, forging paths most lack the courage to walk. Number 7. They're not interested in dominating others, only mastering themselves. Power-hungry people spend lives controlling others, imposing will, demanding obedience, and feeding off dominance. But Sigma males see through this illusion, wasting no time on power games, knowing true power comes not from controlling people, but mastering oneself, needing no pack for validation, no followers to feel important. Their confidence built not on how many listen, fear, or praise them, but on something stronger, self-discipline, self-respect, and full ownership of actions. And unlike alpha types thriving atop hierarchies, Sigma males operate outside them, needing no domination because they answer only to themselves, caring nothing for status, titles, or authority over others, focused solely on becoming the sharpest, strongest, most unshakable versions of themselves. And here's the thing. The self-mastery is power, just not the attention-seeking kind. For when you control your emotions, thoughts, and impulses, you become untouchable, unmanipulable, unprovocable into pointless fights and immune to feeling small, insecure, or unworthy. A truth Sigma males have grasped, wasting no time leading irrelevant people or proving themselves to uncaring audiences, chasing not dominance, but discipline, knowing that once you master yourself, you can enter any room, any situation, any battle, and own it, needing no control over others, only self-control, which alone makes them more powerful than any world ruler. Number 8, they ruthlessly cut off what no longer served them. Most struggle to let go, clinging to toxic relationships out of nostalgia, keeping bad habits for comfort, or refusing to change mindsets clearly holding them back, stuck not because they can't move forward, but won't. Yet Sigma males lack this issue, moving through life with brutal clarity. If something adds no value, it's gone, no hesitation, no drawn-out debates, no emotional bargaining. walking away from toxic ties, breaking weakening habits, or discarding outdated beliefs without a second thought, wasting no energy on what drains them, unlike most who let guilt, fear, or obligation chain them to what no longer serves. Because Sigma males understand growth requires sacrifice, and they're ruthless about making them when necessary, not out of coldness, but efficiency, never-ending relationships cruelly, but refusing to let dead weight hold them back, never abandoning beliefs rebelliously, but prioritizing truth over comfort, never breaking habits arbitrarily, but refusing to be controlled by anything, and this ability to let go keeps them ahead, while others remain trapped in toxicity, indecision, and self-sabotage. Sigma males keep evolving, sharpening, advancing, knowing anything that weakens, distracts, or slows them has no place in their life. And if it must go, it goes. Number 9, they take full responsibility for their mental state. No excuses. Most love shifting blame. If negative, life's hard. If undisciplined, that's just how I am. If emotionally unstable, someone made them that way, acting as if their mindset happens to them, not something they control. But Sigma males reject this nonsense. Knowing everything, their thoughts, emotions, habits, is their responsibility, making no excuses for weak mindsets, justifying no self-sabotage, and never letting outside forces dictate their inner world. Treating their mind like a weapon, sharpening, strengthening, and fully owning its condition, working through anxiety if they feel it, fixing discipline without complaint, or regaining control of emotions overwhelm them. Understanding mental strength isn't a gift, but a skill requiring training, refinement, and maintenance, never waiting for motivation, but creating discipline. Never expecting the world to cater to their emotions, but mastering them. Never wasting time complaining, but adapting and moving forward. And here's the truth. This accountability is rare. Most prefer to sit in weakness rather than work to overcome it, which is why Sigma males stand out, refusing to be victims of their own minds or let life dictate their mental state, replacing "that's just how I am" with "how can I improve?" Ruling themselves rather than being ruled, knowing their mind is their responsibility alone, making them mentally sharper, stronger, and more resilient than most could ever hope to be. Number 10, they prepare for the worst, but never let it break them. Most hope everything goes smoothly, avoiding thoughts of worst-case scenarios to dodge discomfort. But Sigma males expect challenges, anticipate setbacks, and ensure when life hits hard, they hit harder, lacking blind optimism, assuming things will work out just because they want them to, knowing life isn't fair. People betray, plans collapse, and sometimes, despite best efforts, things go wrong. But here's the difference. They're already prepared. So while others are blindsided by adversity, Sigma males have already considered the worst and trained to handle it, wasting no time on self-pity, letting no setback become an excuse, using every loss, failure, or pain as fuel. Another lesson, another layer of resilience, another chance to sharpen their mindset, understanding suffering is part of the process, hardship not an end, but a teacher, and instead of letting it break them, they build themselves around it, restarting if they lose everything, moving forward wiser and stronger after betrayal, rising every time life knocks them down, which is why they're mentally unshakable, not hoping for strength but training for it, not avoiding discomfort but embracing it. And no matter what life throws, they don't crumble, quit, or break. Because to them, every struggle is just another test, and failure is never the end, only another beginning. Number 11, they don't get intimidated, they get intrigued. Most freeze when facing something bigger than them, letting fear and doubt paralyze them or flee with excuses. But Sigma males react differently. Fear doesn't immobilize them, it sharpens them, leaning in rather than backing down, feeling intrigued, not threatened, analyzing situations piece by piece and figuring how to overcome them, not from arrogance, but strategy, knowing fear is just an emotional response, not a real barrier, that seemingly impossible challenges are puzzles waiting to be solve, and while others panic, they stay calm, calculating every move, weakness, and opening, making them dangerous not recklessly, but unstoppably, because nothing intimidates those who see obstacles as opportunities. Understanding if something seems too hard, they must level up. If someone seems too powerful, they must outthink them. If a situation seems unwinnable, they must find a hidden path forward. And here's what separates them. Sigma males don't wish to be fearless. They train to handle fear differently, not suppressing it, but using it to fuel focus, resilience, and ability to think under pressure. So while others hesitate, they act. While others retreat, they adapt. And while others let intimidation stop them, Sigma males treat it as an invitation to rise, to prove nothing's beyond reach, and to dismantle whatever stands in their way. The strength of a Sigma male, unshaken, unbreakable, unstoppable. Mental toughness isn't about acting fearless, but choosing resilience when fear appears, standing firm when life tries to shake you, adapting when plans fail, and pushing forward when the world expects surrender. And here's where Sigma males separate from the rest. They waste no energy seeking validation or proving worth to those who will never understand, beg for no fairness in a world rewarding the relentless, wait for no opportunities to magically appear, but create them, and when life throws its worst, they take the hit, rise, and keep moving, because most will never grasp this level of strength, calling it cold, distant, even intimidating. But the truth? It's freedom. Freedom from emotional chains, societal expectations, the weakness holding most back. So if you see yourself in these traits, if you think differently, move differently, and refuse to let life break you, know this. You're not alone. You needn't fit in to be powerful, nor approval to be unstoppable. Your strength comes within, and as long as you keep sharpening your mind, trusting yourself, and embracing struggle rather than fleeing it, nothing in this world can stop you. Keep building, growing, proving not to others, but yourself, that no matter what, you'll rise again. Thank you for watching, gentlemen, and God bless you.